We kick off over to the Jeff Keighley show, the actual Summer Games Fest show, where we're so like I'll say like we're starting high and we'll be ending low. Showcases.
Well,
so
yeah, I would argue there's not even a middle. I would argue there's a high and two lows because I finished watching this today because I was only able to watch like the first like maybe 30 minutes when it came on. And then by all accounts, after I didn't miss the rest of it, I was told you didn't miss much. So I went back and watched it today.
I will be honest, I skimmed through this and because right when I got the announcement I wanted, which was the final announcement of this showcase, it had already been put up on YouTube. So I was like, I don't need to sit and watch this entire showcase.
Yeah.
So I kind of just picked out the trailers that seemed interesting to me after the showcase aired, because it aired at a goofy time on that Friday too. It was like
it did.
2-3 o'clock in the afternoon or something weird. So
can I just give early thought?
Yeah.
Show's terrible. I don't foresee why this even exists anymore. Because we're gonna go through
advertising.
It, but like, the whole thing is an ad. 80% of this show is check out this dumb new indie game. Check out this pay to play indie game. Check out this free to play. Check out this content for a mobile game. Check out like
you like Clash of Clans.
Almost everything announced during the show is boring.
Yeah. They kicked it off with the announcement of Mortal Shell 2. I wasn't a big fan of the first one, so they talked about the Fortnite Death Star set. That's already happened, so we don't really need to discuss that. They showed some Death Stranding footage. I don't need to see any more of the game at this point. It's out in 2 weeks.
If you don't know what that game is by now,
right? Yeah.
Like
then we start getting into weird territory. Like here's the Chronicles Medieval, the weird medieval sandbox game. I will say,
okay.
I am super in, and will get Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It's already on my Black Friday list. This game looks awesome. The stuff that they're adding, you have Ichiban from
you can fucking
Yakuza.
play as Hatsune Miku against Joker from Persona.
Yeah, from Persona 5. There is Minecraft Steve is in the game along with a Minecraft level, which looks crazy. This game looks awesome, and I think for the people that maybe aren't into the idea of Mario Kart World being an open world game, they're gonna really dig this.
This is the game you want.
This looks like Sonic's Racing's Mario Kart 8.
Yes.
So
yeah, you know what? That's actually exactly what it is.
It looks awesome, and considering the last one they made was that Team Sonic Racing game, that was kind of a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like they've learned all the mistakes they made with that, and they're just going all in on this one. That was an exciting. Like I watched the trailer, like I'm happy we have a date for it now. I will totally play that. Code Vein 2. I don't. This is the part of the show. Was that big of a hit?
This was this part of the show, and where it was just like my friend and I were texting each other back and forth. And this is about when I had to like step out. But it's just like, is every game just a fucking sequel now? Like, all games are sequels, right? Even the Sonic game, that's a sequel.
Yeah.
Like Death Stranding, that was a sequel. Mortal Shell, that's like we're just it's a sequel fest, sequel game fest.
Indie game End of the Abyss. We're talking indie games here. I mean, it looks okay, but it kind of reminds me of
Inside,
except it's a twin stick shooter. Mouse PI for Hire, the Cuphead looking first person shooter.
Sure.
I think it looks. To be fair, I think it looks cool. It's something I'm interested in, but again, what's the big announcement here? Troy Baker is the voice of the main character. Wow.
Ooh, wow.
This Game of Thrones, like. Our Game of Thrones ended 6 years ago.
This is too
Why
late.
are we getting all these Game of Thrones games now, right? Like, it's not even like they showed this trailer and it's all CG because the actual game is just a fucking RTS,
right?
So,
which actually, that's kinda, when you think about it, makes a lot of sense for a Game of Thrones game.
This is the point of the conference where I turned it on and I was incredibly fucking confused.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did not play this game. You did not play this game, but you played this game, Matt. Would you, in your wildest imagination, think you could tell me that they would not only be making a sequel to Atomic Heart, but also a MMO spin-off of Atomic Heart?
About the cube. The cube in the sky.
What if I told you both of these are true and real?
I just don't get it.
All games are sequels.
Honestly, that game was so bad because like I just couldn't get like the game. It wasn't even the gameplay that was horrible. It was just a consistent talking from that fucking character. Like I just couldn't handle it because I was like, why are you still talking? Like shut up. Just let me play the fucking game. Like you were literally talking throughout the entire gameplay.
Hey, what if I told you think this trailer looks like it's just more of the fucking same? Right? It was weird.
I don't want it.
You don't want to hang out in the cube?
No, hell no.
Whatever the fuck the cube is, like even when they showed that, nobody cares. What is
10 minutes of this thing? Where
the
I just
atomic fucking universe. What is?
Why
happening?
is this a thing? Yeah.
Like how is this? I don't even know. Like I haven't even talked to anybody who's played the first one. And that's
I know 2 people, and you're one of them.
I just have zero interest.
I hated that game. I'm so stupid.
Really confusing. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which continues to look cool.
Amazing.
All that they did here was they announced that She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon are in the game.
Great. Put 30 more characters in the game, please.
More footage of Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Now, you want to talk about samurai games. I'm in on that.
Mm-hmm. No, the game looks good.
Yeah.
Still no release date, sometime 2026. I would imagine, given the other thing announced here, it's probably after that other thing. So probably later in 2026.
Yeah.
This felt that boxing game. This looked okay, but it was really bizarre trailer, right?
What is happening?
Like just a really weird concept, and like it looks like a movie. Like it was really bizarre.
I messaged you when I first saw it, and I said that's fucking weird, but I'm in it, man.
I'm kind of in it.
All games are sequels except the weird fucking puppet boxing game.
This weird puppet game.
What is this?
This game that's probably not going to work from Square Enix Killer In. I mean, again, on paper, incredibly cool concept. It's basically Clue. Is it going to work that way? No.
But it's like Clue and Among Us and what's the Gary's Mod game?
Oh,
not the Trader one, the other one. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, but it's like that. It's like a mixture of all those games. My problem I have with it is there's 24 people. First off, are you going to find a game with 24 people in it?
No.
Probably not. Second off, what happens when there's the meta breaks and people find out that just randomly killing people is quicker to earn experience or whatever?
Right.
Exactly. So that's the kind of game where in order for it to be fun and as advertised, people have to play it correctly.
And I don't think
people don't play it correctly, the game doesn't work. And that happens all the time when you get like weird experimental multiplayer stuff. If people don't play it as designed, it's broken. And like here, you want a good example of that is like as someone who played a lot of Assassin's Creed multiplayer, nobody played it correctly.
No,
like the point of the game was to like hide and do all this stuff. Everyone just ran around knifing each other, so it completely ruined the game. So this game, 24 people is too many people to ask to behave in the way that your game dictates to behave.
Exactly. Arc Raiders, again, another multiplayer extraction shooter. Don't care. Dune Awakening launch trailer that's actually out. That actually seems like it's done pretty successful, but isn't it? It's a survival MMO. I can't.
I think that's for certain people.
Yeah, it is. This out of world stop motion co-op platformer, again, indie game.
It just I think they even said like it's like Brothers. It's like because it's the same fucking game,
right?
Dude.
Right.
Like it's all games.
I actually did not watch this trailer because I'm already sold on it. I don't need to see more of it. But Mafia: The Old Country, they put a new trailer.
Yeah,
we already know that's out in
August.
Shows you
I'm into Mafia: The Old Country. It is what
I've played all the Mafia games. You know, they've already confirmed it's a $50 game, so I'm in on that. Lego Voyagers, like what can you tell me about Lego Voyagers? Because this seems like something that maybe you would be more into.
I don't know. So it's a 2-player, like essentially like a puzzle game with Lego pieces where you're kind of like figuring out how to traverse the world. As I was watching it, like it seemed cool. I don't know who it's for because you would think, as an adult who builds Lego is inherently marketed more towards kids in terms of like a play sense and like collectors for like me, right? This game, I didn't get a sense of you're playing it. So I don't think it's for kids. I think it's for puzzle people, but then it's
older.
It's odd. Maybe it's the kind of game where it comes out and it's like a digital $35 or something, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But you'd have to find someone else who's willing to play this style of game with you.
Yeah, or something. Okay. Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny.
Okay. This announcement was fucking weird. Okay. So they brought out I don't know who she voices, but they brought out like a famous like Nickelodeon voice actress, right?
Okay.
And she introduced this game. She's like, but it's kind of secretive and I can't really tell you. And it's like, okay, then why are you here presenting it? So then they show it off, and the only character they really reveal is SpongeBob, and it's basically Diablo for Nicktoons characters, is what it looks like. Which, okay, I guess so. But they haven't shown any other characters. What era of Nickelodeon are you talking about?
Yeah,
that's very important for who this is going to sell to. There are very distinct parts. Like, we grew up in the, Rugrats, Real Monsters era. But then there's the Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob era, and then there's whatever the fuck's going on now. So, and it's what era is it? You kind of need to know. The artwork, the box art out for this, I don't know if you've seen it. Like VGP has it up. It's the characters are blacked out. They have not revealed it. It's like, but it's also supposed to come out like relatively soon. I don't think it's like
It says Q4 2025 release.
Yeah. Why is it a secret? Why do I not get to know what Nicktoons characters are in your fucking Diablo clone? What is the possible reason for that?
If I could guesstimate where they're going off just of this whole trailer itself, I'm shooting the Fairly Odd Parents are going to have something to do with it. Yeah. Just because of that whole poof and the stick and all that. So I'm thinking SpongeBob's got to be the main character, and the playoff is going to be that era of the Fairly Odd Parents and
Danny Phantom. Isn't that one?
Yeah, Danny Phantom.
But is it? So are we just going to do the characters that were in the failed fighting game?
Also, let me burst some bubbles real quick on this game.
Okay.
If you do not know, the developers of this specific Nicktoons game are the people that made that Con Skull Island game.
You run for this. This game sucks.
Yeah.
So maybe don't get too excited.
No, I'm not even saying I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't understand why we need to have an era of mystery run a fucking Nicktoons game.
It's weird.
It doesn't. Who is it for? What is it? What is the selling point?
So if you're looking at around the 2001 era, just kind of guesstimating.
Sure.
Off of Fairly Odd Parents started, you're looking at Invader Zim, the all grown up version of Rugrats. You've got like Jimmy Neutron.
Okay, then who is this game for?
I don't even know. That would be for
people who are like 30.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because because see, like if you're going around that time frame, the Angry Beavers stopped. You know,
well, that's the thing is all the things I can think of were over. Real Monsters was over. Angry Beavers was over.
Yeah.
Like that's the stuff I would be interested in if I were going to play this, but I'm not because it's not going to be good.
Yeah. No. Agreed.
But why did it get a fucking guest introduction from a voice actress?
That's so stupid.
Couldn't talk about it.
It's weird.
Jeff, what the hell are you doing?
The Lies of P DLC got a shadow drop. This was actually discovered right before the show that it was probably going to shadow drop over the weekend. So
you want to know something fucked about this DLC? You'll enjoy this?
Go for it.
So
I have not played that game.
So a friend of ours has platinumed it. And he was telling me about it. He's like, oh, I want to jump into it.
Yeah.
And you can only play it if you are at chapter 9 in the story. And guess what? You can't go back. So if you've gone beyond it, you have to start over and play all the way to chapter 9. He was lucky enough where he happened to have a save from chapter 9 so he could just do it. But I was like, that seems real fucked that I can't just play the DLC when I boot the game up.
So does it work in a way now, like a new player, if they bought it with the DLC, you would just get to Chapter 9 and then go into that DLC?
I think it would be you would get to Chapter 9 and then you would have like the option to go into it.
Okay.
But apparently it adds some kind of like weird difficulty like thing where you can like change the difficulty, because the other thing about his game is he's on Chapter 9 in like New Game Plus. So it's on crazy hard. So it's like I went to go do it and it's fucked up. But because of the difficulty scaling, I was able to turn it back down and kind of balance out what it probably should have been. But it's just like, it's a fucked way to do it.
It's not a good way to do that. Wild. Fractured Blooms, which is like a weird looking horror game.
I read more about it after. It's like a horror farming.
It looked weird.
Also, like Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill.
That's what they're saying.
That's not an appropriate way to describe. Like that tells me like you don't really know what Doki Doki Literature Club is, because the point of that game was that you weren't supposed to know it was horror until halfway through.
The game is weird.
This trailer blatantly shows that it's horror the entire time.
Yeah.
So it either is or it isn't, and it's a bad way to describe it.
The next Yacht Club games game from the people that did Shovel Knight, Mina the Howler, got a release date. It's coming out on Halloween. I don't know, like I'll probably try it. There's demo now if you haven't tried the demo yet.
I mean,
I like Shovel Knight a lot.
They make great games, so
they made a really good game in Shovel Knight. Yeah. Can I interest you in Deadpool VR though, Dan?
You cannot.
Okay. But hey, man, he's got his sick fucking humor,
and he's Neil Patrick Harris now.
Is it Neil Patrick Harris voice?
Couldn't get Nolan North or Ryan Reynolds, but we got Neil Patrick Harris.
Random. Dying Light the Beast. They showed a new trailer for that. That's out August 27th or 22nd. I so lost on what the plot of Dying Light is.
So weird. I like.
It seems like they stripped a lot of the parkour out of it, right?
I can't tell.
It seems weird.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the selling point of Dying Light.
That was the whole parkour of the first game.
That's why I fell in love with the second one.
Right. That was the whole idea.
Parkour was so dope. It was so fun.
That mixtape game got a new trailer. I don't think they had any kind of release date.
I still think that game looks kind of interesting for like
it looks kind of interesting
one of those kinds of games.
Now we're getting into some weird indie territory. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. I don't think I even saw this trailer.
I don't think I did either.
Acts of Blood.
That's actually a lot of fun.
Is that a game that you played like a demo for, right?
Yeah, it's a solid demo. I mean, I'm hoping a lot of it's cleaned up when they release it, because if they do, I'm in on that game. That game is a lot of fun.
Sequel to the Scott Pilgrim game, Scott Pilgrim EX.
That one looks really good.
Announced.
That's made by I'm pretty sure it's made by the Turtles people.
My good buddy Hannibal Mads Mikkelsen will reprise his role as Lashif.
That was cool.
For a Hitman level based upon that character.
That's already out.
Cool.
Playing like
it's already out. It's a pretty cool crossover event, though.
But what about the crossover with Mind's Eye? It's coming.
We'll get to Mind's Eye.
Yeah, I love Mind's Eye.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Game of the year.
Oh,
some might say else. Lego Party, Mario Party style Lego game. Sure. I mean, kids will probably play and like it. This confused the hell out of me because I thought this was something that had to do with Splitgate, this Wildgate game, and then I realized no, this is its own thing. It's a PvPvE multiplayer. Actually, I'm not interested.
Not at all.
The minute I have to read the words PvPvE, I'm out.
Yeah.
So, another indie game, Blighted. But I will say this is from the people that made your favorite Metroidvania game, Guacamelee.
Yeah.
So might be something interesting. This is one of the games I was interested. You're gonna be like not shocked at all. One of the more interesting games from the show. I think I sent you a trailer for it, Matt. This Ill game.
Yeah, it looks wild.
This game looks wild as hell, and like just like grimy and like I'm very in on it. There was a brief moment of this whole showcase where I was like, the way that they spell ill is kind of in that Resident Evil like font. I was like, maybe there's something more to it, but we'll get there. Mecha Break is coming out July 1st. I'm probably like all of these weird multiplayer stuff. Like that's the one that interests me. I'm probably going to look at it. It kind of gives me the vibes because wasn't it this time last year that First Descendant came out?
Yeah, it's been around a year. Mm-hmm.
So it's the one I'll probably check out. I'm gonna put the Infinitesimals. Am I saying that right?
Infinitesimals.
You knew I was gonna.
I know.
I didn't even see the trailer for this. So
whatever. I skimmed it.
We're gonna pass it up.
Don't care.
This was the weirdest part of this entire showcase, and I'll explain it in a minute. They brought out the current Resident Evil head. He just said, "Hey, we're looking forward to showing you the new Resident Evil soon," and that was all they kind of did. And then they kind of just moved on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And so everybody's like, "Oh, that's really weird." They confirmed what is it here? The next set of downloadable fighters for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Again, here's another weird one of these indie games. Last Flag, competitive multiplayer capture the flag game. No, I don't care. Wu Chan Fallen Feathers. That's out pretty soon, July 24th. A game that I hope is good would be the Wu-Tang game.
Dude,
I hope it's good.
What the fuck?
Listen,
even if that game is complete
Wu-Tang
and utter garbage, that soundtrack is going to be fucking lit.
Right?
Like I am in on just the soundtrack. Like,
No,
I
I
don't even
am too.
care.
That's why I was like, man, I really hope, because I've heard stuff for a couple of years now about this game, and I hope it's good. But the soundtrack will be good.
Oh god, yeah.
No release date for that. They really didn't show much of it other than more confirming what it is. Into the Unwell, again, another indie game. This we finally got a title for it.
For the crazy game?
Studio Rio Go. Their new game, the Yakuza people, was originally called Project Sentry. It's now called Stranger Than Heaven.
Love it.
It looks fucking insane visually. Like,
this game's
I don't think this is a PS5 game. Like, I think this is a couple years away.
I could see it still making it on PS5 probably because like PS6 is so far. It's farther away than people think it is.
Yeah,
especially with Xboxes aren't a thing anymore. PS6 can take as long as it wants now, but
it can now, right? Yeah.
But yeah, this game looks crazy as fuck. I love it because it's one of their games, but you clearly don't have to have played anything else they've made.
No. And then finally we close on game of the show, even though it's not a very great show to be fair. So
Aim low.
We finally did it. We got the announcement. Your buddy Jeff is the one that got to pull it this year.
Well,
Resident Evil 9 has officially been announced. It is called Resident Evil Requiem. Comes out February 27th of next year. It is going a different direction than I would have expected. It has been confirmed now. So there are people that have seen the game behind closed doors. So there are people that have now played it. There are new screenshots out there, but one of the cool things they did confirm, because I was on the fence on this, you can play the game in either first or third person. And I think that's a smart decision on their part.
That's what it needs to be done now.
There are some people that like the first person. But for me personally, I would prefer it to be third person. The crazy part, you play as the daughter of a character from Resident Evil Outbreak. You play as Grace Ashcroft.
Outbreak remakes confirmed.
Yes, we're finally doing
File 3.
Kind of a weird place to pull. The trailer is good because it's exactly what I wanted the trailer to be. It's another one of those you can tell it's the re-engine, but what is it going to be? I told you I was skimmed through Jeff Gerstmann's stream of it, and when it got to a certain point, he's like, "Well, this guy's they're either going to show a zombie or a dinosaur," and that made me laugh because I'm like, "Oh, it could go that other way, and that'd be even fucking crazier." But
that engine looks a certain way.
It looks a certain way.
When I talked about it, it's like I was able to recognize it immediately because the Monster Hunter faces all look exactly like this.
They do. And it was one of those where this could be they're showing these different things, and then they start talking about it, and then they really get into it. But I think the thing that's most intriguing about this game, at least from what we know, what we've seen so far, you're going back to Raccoon City. It is after the events of 2. I mean, it is number 9 in the series, so it's going to be after the events of all these other games. But you're going back to Raccoon City years and years later after they dropped the bombs on that city. They show blown up Raccoon City Police Department. It looks awesome. The rumor right now, and I think it's probably true, is that she is not the only playable character. The other playable character will be
Leon
a
F.
familiar.
Kennedy.
I was gonna say a familiar character, and it's probably Leon, right? Like I feel like that's who's.
If you're going back to 2 era places,
it makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe just
it makes sense,
now.
and also that actor that played him in the 2 remake and the 4 remake. People did some digging on his LinkedIn and found like he's working on a current like AAA game for Capcom. I wonder what that could be, so it's pretty much confirmed. I don't know. I walked away very happy with what they showed in this trailer. They're going to show more of it at Gamescom in August. That's where we're going to finally see like the first actual gameplay.
The only sad thing is they didn't cram IX into the title, so they had to use the Q as a 9. They did a weird
thing where they flashed a 9 in there, and I was like, I was into it.
At least they did it, but
at least they did that.
We could have put IX in it somewhere.
They could have done it.
We could have.
I'm all in. I look forward to it. That closed this showcase. Like I said, it not a great showcase.
Overall,
but a lot of boring, a lot of indie.
Boring.
Man, I don't care about this PvPvE
a
game.
2-hour show with 20 minutes of stuff I gave a shit about.
Exactly. Yeah.